This is the iPhone 17 Pro. I've been using this for about 3 weeks, and hear me out. I think that this may be the ultimate all-in-one, with me all the time, vlogging and photography tool. And that is not easy for me to admit because I don't think of myself as an iPhone enthusiast, especially when it comes to photography and filmmaking. The more I use this, the more I'm convinced that the latest smartphones, and I can speak most definitively about the 17 Pro because it's the one I know, but these phones have closed the gear gap once and for all. If you want to create photographs, videos, vlogs, whether that's for YouTube or Instagram, wherever, you don't need anything more than the phone that is already in your pocket. And to test this out for myself, I vlogged a day of our recent family vacation in the San Juan Islands in Northwest Washington. And I'm going to share the vlog with you. Then I'm going to come back at the end and offer more detailed thoughts on the 17 Pro as a vlogging and photography tool. Except a little drone footage at the end, everything you're about to see, both video and photo, was captured with this phone. And I wanted to keep the setup as simple as possible, and so I recorded everything in the native camera app, all in standard format, no Apple log footage to color grade later. I also didn't use any external microphones, and spoiler alert, I was, no pun intended, blown away by the wind noise reduction technology because we used it in some very, very windy conditions. I vlogged some early morning photography, a beach walk, an ill-fated forest hike, and then a sunset adventure in which I almost lost my drone. You're going to meet all of my family in this vlog, my wife Kate, and our daughters Molly and Julia. I did not attempt to create something cinematic. This was handheld, run and gun, story first, pass the camera to your 11-year-old so she can get B-roll while you chase after your drone, old school vlogging. There is much more I could have done with this phone, but what I wanted was to demonstrate that right out of the box, there's really no barrier anymore to just hitting record to start creating. We will wrap up here in the office, but first, here is that vlog from Lummi Island. Good morning, everybody, and welcome back to another video. I am here on the edge of Lummi Island in the northwest corner of Washington, and it is past sunrise. We just really did not get any light this morning for the sunrise, but when I looked out this direction, you can see over here, there's a gap between the mainland and Lummi Island where there's a really interesting bit of mist, and by itself, I don't think it's a strong enough shot. There's just too little going on. But if I can get a boat either moving into the mist or coming out of the mist, then I think it might be worth taking. There's a boat in the distance, which I don't know if you can see, but it's moving so slow. Moving so slow. And so hopefully there's still some mist happening over here by the time that that boat gets there. There's also the ferry, which I can sometimes get in that gap, but it doesn't quite work with the rest of the composition. So I'm waiting here. And by the way, I'm vlogging all of this with the new iPhone 17 Pro, which is what this video is really all about. Waiting for the ferry to go by again. Somewhere over there you can see the mountains over here, and then blocked here, Mount Baker is behind the clouds, and so when that comes out it looks really, really beautiful. But we haven't seen it yet so far today. The clouds have been too thick and too low. But I'm waiting for this ferry to go across because I'm going to try to get a shot with probably with a wide angle lens on the iPhone using these rocks as foreground. You know, it's a beautiful calm morning, just not a lot of light. Yesterday, my wife and daughter saw some dolphins out here when they were crossing on the ferry. They texted me, but I didn't get out here in time. But when we visit Lummi Island,
I'm always on the lookout for orcas and dolphins. I have yet to see any, but I know that they're out here, and someday I will see both. Something that wasn't clear in my earlier videos is that I'm just down some stairs from the house where we're staying here on Lummi Island. And so as the wait for the ferry got longer and longer, and I heard that they were having breakfast up there, Julia was nice enough to come down and bring me a breakfast sandwich. Mm-hmm. Thank you, Julia.
You're welcome.
You're very good at climbing over rocks with only one hand available because the other hand is holding this precious sandwich.
Yeah, every year when we come down here, I spend a lot of my day climbing here.
Yeah, you're a good climber.
Thanks.
All right, I think we have about 7 more minutes before the ferry goes.
Please don't put that in.
Too late.
I'm so short.
Here, I'll bend down.
Here, I'll hold it.
Ooh, watch out for the bee.
I got it.
No, I'll hold it. I should explain what I'm doing. I recently upgraded from the iPhone 14 Pro to the new iPhone 17 Pro. And I will be honest, I have been really surprised at how much the iPhone has changed over the course of those 3 years. Not it's just changed, but really improved. And as I was messing around with it, I realized that the iPhone 17 Pro is a really powerful video and photography tool. And we are here at Lummi Island, as I mentioned before, on a little family vacation. And I thought, I'm gonna do a day where I just vlog the whole day with the iPhone 17. So that's what I'm gonna do. Everything is being shot with the iPhone, including all of the photographs that I share. Now, I would much rather take photos on a camera. If I had to have just one camera in my pocket, it would be the Ricoh 100%. But this is pretty great, I have to admit. And so you'll see, this is kind of a day in the life, not only of the Pattison family, but a day in the life of the iPhone 17. Let's see what it can do. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't introduce you. Okay, so you're gonna see not just me, you've already seen Julia. This is my wife, Kate, who you've seen in other videos probably. Actually, the videos that feature her are always the ones that I get the best response.
Oh.
And this is our view. I'm not even attaching any microphones. I'm testing out to see what the microphones can do straight into or straight out of camera, however you want to describe it. So far, what I've heard sounds pretty darn good. There's a great coffee cart that we go to here on Lummi Island when it's open, which I think is Thursday through Saturday. It's called Box.
So that was really cool. And the company's
But really good coffee, great pastries, and they've created this really lovely little kind of outdoor dining room setting, and it's really pretty. Highly recommended.
It's really hard. Like a minute is a year. How many hours is that?
As we were looking out the window, we saw this really cool boat coming by. So I've been trying to get some shots of it.
Look ahead, the sea is calm, and I know we've been through a lot, but just wait. Wait for better days to come and carry us like wind in our sails. Hold on tight, I can smell the shore, it's right in front of us if we just hold on tight. This vision that I saw is getting closer every day.
Something the iPhone 17 has that my 14 didn't is action mode, which is this crazy stabilization. I've just been testing it out as I've been walking alongside my family, and wow, impressive to me isn't quite strong enough. It's near miraculous, especially since I don't have steady hands when I'm walking, especially in a situation like this across uneven ground, but it works really well.
hours now on this boat, and we all know where we belong. Just wait. Wait for our home to show on the horizon. Soon we'll be there.
Oh my gosh, no. Oh, this is so... Ah!
What'd you find?
Sea anemones.
It's getting closer every dawn. We are dreamers of the shore. When we can't read the sky, we just sail with the wind that we've got. And when we're drowning in doubt, just keep on.
My stuff.
We are dreamers of the shore.
The rest of the family have dropped me off here at a place called Auto Preserve. It's a forested hike that we did a couple times last year. Last year there were a ton of mushrooms, and so I made plans to come back here by myself to film a dedicated video for my channel where I'm photographing mushrooms. But I'm not seeing any mushrooms. What I hear is that it's been very dry here this year, whereas last year had been very wet. Maybe that's why mushrooms just aren't in abundance right now. Sometimes when I'm on a walk like this looking for mushrooms or other small scenes, I need to remind myself to slow down, look down, and to think small. Slow down, look down, and to think small. And it's almost like it takes time for my eyes to adjust. That's what I'm gonna do. I hope there's something out here because I told my family to pick me up in 3.5 hours, which is enough time to make a video, but this is a pretty short hike. Okay, I'm gonna keep on walking.
Hi.
I wasn't expecting to see you so soon.
I know, but when you get back to your house and you realize you don't have house keys.
Yeah. I had the house keys, and it was just as well because on all of that walk, I saw just one mushroom. And every year they do a mushroom walk. I can't remember if I vlogged about this earlier. Yeah, mushroom foray. And last year it was, we were just missing it when we were here in late September.
Mm-hmm.
This year you said it's not till
October 18th.
Yeah. So I think that they have moved it later because it's been so dry.
All right. Well, it's a beautiful little walk.
It worked out because you needed me home early, or you needed me back to the parking lot early so that you could get into the house.
Yep. And took Molly back to the farm stand.
Oh, yeah.
And we bought chocolate.
Oh, really? More chocolate?
And it's in the car, so you and I can split it.
Oh, that's great.
All right.
Kid, our kids are so peaceful right now. Are we sure we want to disturb them?
Julie and I are back here at Sunset Beach, and the tide is coming in, and the wind is picking up.
I love it!
And the waves are way bigger than they were when we were here a few hours ago.
It's amazing!
We're not sure what kind of sunset we're going to get. I'm always a little skeptical, and so I don't think it's actually going to work out.
Whatever it is, it'll be pretty.
But it's pretty nice right now, actually. So we'll kind of see. It's still an hour and a half before sunset. So we're here quite a bit early. We actually brought the drone We'll see if it might be too windy for the drone, but we're gonna try it out. And so I might break, it wasn't a promise, but I might go against what I said earlier about only sharing things that were made with the phone, because if any of this video footage or any of the drone photos work out, then I'll want to share them. Oh gosh, okay.
Don't turn your back to the ocean, never, never ever.
Windy enough for you?
Yeah, I guess.
Julie, you've been carving something.
Don't be shellfish.
Good advice.
I had to bring the drone back in because I got a high wind warning.
Yeah.
Julia, you're looking very windswept. How do you think that the iPhone microphone is doing in this wind? Will we
Out of a 10,
yeah.
one is the worst. You can't hear anything, and 10 is amazing. That's Claudia. Like a 3.
3?
Maybe a 2.
We will find out when we get back to the computer whether or not it works.
Yeah. And if not, we'll probably add subtitles.
I'm really surprised letting me go out this far. I think I need to bring it back. I'm getting nervous.
Yeah.
Julie and I had an adventure right at the end. I put the drone back up. Actually, it was doing really well. I was able to go out pretty far, but then got a high wind warning, brought it back, but then completely lost it. At the home point was just totally off, and I was scrambling around. Finally, we did see it, but I was battling the wind to get it back to where we were. The water was rising. It was a little bit too close for comfort.
Yeah, next time we won't put it that far out, right?
No
you
promises.
never know with this guy.
No promises.
I had a lot of fun making that video. I'm not going to go into depth about the settings that I used, though I will put a couple recommended videos in the description that talk about the best settings for photo and video. But I will say that I recorded pretty much all of it in 4K at 24 frames per second. The action mode reduces the resolution to 2.8K, which is still more than enough for YouTube. More on action mode in a moment. I also had the wind noise reduction turned on in my settings, and I think you can probably agree that it was great. I do all of my editing in Final Cut Pro, which has a voice isolation feature, but I didn't turn that on when I was editing the video. You saw how windy it was at sunset, and the dialogue right into the phone was absolutely usable. Here's some other things I think are great with this phone. I love how user-friendly it is. You saw that I was able to hand it to Julia to film while I was trying to retrieve my drone. Sometimes I passed it to Kate in the passenger seat of the van while I drove, including the next morning as we were taking the ferry to the mainland. Everyone knows how to point a phone at something and hit record. The increased stabilization, the great picture quality, the improved front and rear cameras, features like these mean that you are much more likely to get usable footage. The iPhone 17 Pro has improved front and rear cameras. The front camera is now 18 megapixels and it lets you record in horizontal or vertical without turning your phone. And now all three rear-facing cameras are 48 megapixels. Apple's marketing says that the 17 Pro is like having 8 Pro lenses in your pocket. I'm not so sure about that. That's saying a lot, but we are getting high resolution images at 13 millimeters with a wide angle, as well as 24 millimeters, 28 millimeters, 35, 48, 100, and all the way into 200 millimeters, plus macro mode. The day after I vlogged at Lummi Island, we drove to Seattle to see the final Seattle Mariners game of the year. I think we bought the tickets before the season even started, but we were fortunate to see baseball history. The Mariners were playing the Dodgers, and this happened to be the last regular season start of a pitcher named Clayton Kershaw, who is a surefire Hall of Famer. I captured it all on the phone using a combination of those variety of focal lengths and action mode. We were in center field, and you can see in this graphic what the different lenses were going to be focused on. Now here's what it looked like in real life. We saw Shohei Ohtani break the Dodgers single season record for most home runs. We saw future Hall of Famer Freddie Freeman hit a home run. And we saw the last regular season strikeout of the great Clayton Kershaw. I was zoomed in to the equivalent of 200 millimeters, but action mode made the footage totally usable at that 2.8K. It's basically magic. And I took photos too throughout the game, capturing history, often using that 8x zoom. Something I would do differently next time is to record to Apple Log 2 to get the highest quality video and give myself options for color grading. Don't get me wrong, the standard format was just fine, but because I edit in Apple's Final Cut Pro, if I want to, it will apply a LUT automatically to the log footage. Super easy. I did edit the photos in Lightroom, shot in the 48 megapixel RAW, edited them, I reduced sharpness, and for seasoning, I added a little bit of grain. There was more that this phone could have done in the vlog, but I didn't use it. Slow motion at 60 frames per second, or 120 frames per second in 4K. I didn't use the time lapse at all, but even by bringing that up, I'm confusing my point, because yes, you can do more with the iPhone 17 Pro, but the point is that there's now no excuse not to do something. Don't worry about more, just do something. That excuse really wasn't there before, to be honest, because every week my family and I watch a YouTube channel from the Isle of Skye in Scotland. That whole video is shot on smartphones that predate the 17 Pro, and that's my reminder that story and character outstrip gear every time, but gear like this is making it easier and easier to tell stories. Should you upgrade? Coming from the 14, the 17 Pro had significant improvements, but maybe the changes seem more incremental if you're coming from a 16. My encouragement, whether you upgrade or not, is to go out and make something. That gear gap is officially closed. You already have what it takes to share your story, your art, your insights with the world. So go out and create. We are waiting for you to create. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, consider hitting the like button. If you found it encouraging or fun or both, consider subscribing for more of that. No matter what, I am grateful for your time. Thank you for being here, and I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.
A bird just went over me.